AZ Leaders on Board is Arizona's online board matching program that connects board prospects to potential board opportunities. This is a free tool for everyone in Arizona, so board prospects and nonprofit organizations, and it is available statewide. Today, I'm going to walk you through a quick tutorial on how to register and post a board opportunity from the nonprofit organization perspective. So here on the homepage, there's a section, if you scroll down, that says nonprofits, and it will ask you if you're brand new or if you're a returning user. So if you're brand new, you can click here and register for an account. The other way to do this is to log in and register up here. If you have not ever registered before, you'll click Not a Member Register. You'll fill all of this information out and hit submit. When you hit submit, you should get an email confirmation that asks you to verify your email, and it gives you a code. Once you've passed that step, you'll be able to complete your nonprofit organization application. And I'm going to log into my test account and show you what that looks like. So it will direct you to a page to complete the application. So you won't see the board dashboard right away just yet, but this is what the application looks like. So when you verify your email, it will ask you to set up this profile, and it's going to ask you all this general information about your organization. You'll go through and you'll fill out all of these things. Impact areas, you're going to select what areas your organization focuses on. You'll need to upload your logo and also your IRS determination letter. And you'll just complete all of these sections. When you're done, you're going to hit submit. Once you hit submit, then I get an email as the program manager, and I review the application. I make sure everything was answered and looks correct and legitimate, and then I will accept the application. So once I approve the application, you get another email letting you know that your application has now been approved, and you can log into your dashboard and post an opportunity. Once your application has approved, this will be your view. You'll see the board dashboard and all of these options here. So you're not going to have much information in yet until you create a board opportunity, which is right here. So if you have an open board opportunity and you're ready to post, you'll do create board opportunity, complete all of these fields here. So you can just kind of go through and fill it all out based on what you're looking for. There are a lot of options to select. So if you need somebody who maybe has fundraising experience or legal experience, you're able to put that in your board opportunity. You'll also have an area where you can upload the roles and responsibilities, provide the give and get amounts, your meetings. And then here are a series of questions about demographics, and these are a set of questions that we have a little disclaimer here to provide the reasonings for collecting this information, and it's basically that to let people know that most nonprofits strive to build and maintain diversity around skill set, experience, and demographics. To support these efforts, we provide the following options for organizations to capture demographic information. The data gathered is solely used for board composition analysis and will not be used to make decisions about an individual's qualifications or eligibility to serve. So this section here is to help if you need to, maybe if you need more age diversity or racial diversity, maybe you need more women on your board, you're able to go through and select if you have any preferences and priorities. So you could do Gen Z, or there's also always the option to just do no preference, does not matter. If they need to live in a certain city like Tucson or Mesa, you would want to put that here. And any of these things you would just go through. Or is a background check required for this? You're able to upload any other attachments and add any other notes, and then you'll put the date that the board position expires. Once you have all of that completed, you're going to hit submit again, and that's going to send me an email, the program manager, and I'll review your board opportunity and make sure everything looks good and correct and legitimate, and then I will approve it. You'll get another email telling you it has been approved, And at that point, it will also instruct you to complete the recommendation profile. So that's kind of the last piece here to posting your board opportunity that you're going to want to make sure you complete. This is the part of the system that actually allows for the matching part to work. So this is going to pull top candidates based on the information you put into the system and based on the candidates' profiles. So we'll take a quick little look here in the recommendation profile. So it does give you a breakdown of how it works. There is a how-to guide. You're going to go down here. This works on a point system. So you'll decide how many points do you want a potential candidate to meet before they show up in your recommended profile. So in your recommended section. So to go with an easy number, I'm going to say I want anybody who meets 50 points or above to populate into the recommended leaders section. Okay. So if we're going with 50, down here you'll start to build. Most people want candidates who are going to be passionate about their mission, which would be the impact area that your organization is involved in. So I would put an automatic 50 here because I want to see everyone who is interested in whatever it is my organization does, whether that's working with animals or child youth education, immigration, those things. So you can rank that one fairly high to make sure you get somebody who is interested in what you do. You're also able to add different things here. So in the skills, if you needed someone who had legal expertise, you could rank that higher. If the person needed to live in the city that you're located in, you can rank that higher. And if it's not such an important piece to you, you can always just put A1 and that it doesn't matter. And you can basically just go through and rank all of these things here. And you'll hit submit again on that. And now your recommendation profile is set up. So once that is set up and you log into your dashboard, you'll see candidates who have signed up in the AZ Leaders on Board populate in the recommended leaders section. So these are all of the people who match with my board position that I've posted, who at least meet 50 points or above. So here they are in this section up here. I'm able to click on their profiles and take a look. It will list everything here, all of their information, basically their resume, their background. There's a link to their LinkedIn profile if they provide that. And there's also the option to download and review their resume. So if you look at this person and you decide that you would like to invite them to apply to your board position, then you would hit invite. If you have an open board opportunity or more than one, you'll pick which one you want to invite them to here. And you'll hit invite again, and that will send the person, the candidate, an email letting them know that they have been invited to apply for your board position. And so now it's up to them to log into their dashboard, review your board position, and decide whether they want to apply for it or decline the position. If they decline the position, it will send you an email that says the candidate has decided to decline the position, and then you know, and you can keep looking. If they decide to apply, at that point, it will send you an email saying this candidate is interested in your board position. Reach out to the candidate and talk to them about the position, start the onboarding process, see if you're a good fit for each other. Then you'll start going through that process, deciding if this is a good person for your board, and if everything works out. By the end of that, you'll log back in and mark the person as matched. And if it didn't work out, you can mark them as unmatched. And assuming that you didn't set up your recommendation profile, you're still able to search for candidates. And this is also helpful if maybe you don't see people here in the recommended leaders section that you're really excited about or haven't heard back from. You can still go down here to search candidates. And this is everyone in the system that's currently looking for a board position. And you're able to sort by all different sorts of things. So you can here under interests, pick health and wellness, see everybody who's interested in that. There's a place to upload resources if you have any extra resources here, but you can sort through all of these different things. You can look for folks who are maybe Gen Z, need some younger folks. Here we go, something like that. So this is pretty handy. You can also sort by the city. So even if you didn't complete the recommendation profile or you're not seeing anyone in your recommended leaders section, this is still an option for you to view the profiles of all of these candidates who are looking for board positions. Then if we scroll back up here, once you've invited somebody, they're going to show up here under your board invitations. So it's going to show that you invited a candidate. And here, it won't say applied yet, but whether they decide to apply or decline, that will update here. Otherwise, it will still say invited. So all of your board invitations are going to go here. Similarly, candidates are able to initiate this process on their side of things. So if a candidate is logged into their dashboard and they are looking for a board opportunity and they see yours and they decide to initiate and apply for it, they can go ahead and hit apply and it's going to come up here. It will send you an email saying, this person is interested in your board position. Please review their profile and decide if you'd like to reach out. And that's going to show up here. So if it's initiated by the board prospect, that's going to go here under board applications. All of your board opportunities that you've posted are going to show up here under this board opportunities section. You can edit them, you can view them. When you are ready to archive them, maybe you no longer need a board member, maybe you found a board member somewhere else, not on AZ Leaders on Board, but you don't need this position to be posted anymore. There's this archive option that you want to check and make sure you submit it so that folks are not still reaching out thinking that this is an open opportunity. And at any time you are able to update your profile, update your recommendation profile, and here are the metrics, which keeps track of how many opportunities you have pending that still need to be approved, how many are currently posted, how many inquiries you have out, and if you've matched with anyone. So this is going to track all of the metrics for you. And that is essentially the dashboard and how the process works. There's also a lot of how-to guides here under nonprofits FAQ. So if you need help with something, these how-to guides will show you how to register, post a board opportunity, and complete your recommendation profile. We also have a section for resources for nonprofits that are a selection of just various types of resources that are available to nonprofit leaders to use, and that is the AZ Leaders on Board experience from the nonprofit organization experience perspective. Please let us know if you have any feedback or questions. Thank you.